here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. And the Buffaloes will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense will go on the attack first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Keeps looking downfield.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. To the air, it's Flowers. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, lost one deep down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Buffaloes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-teamed high and low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you call it. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. Hands it off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Trying to set up the screen. Makes his man miss. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Just keep swinging it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This defense, they are tenacious. And they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
Colorado 14, Nebraska 13.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's got his man.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Holden finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Verrier. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Verrier. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to and it starts today.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Completes it in the middle, and they swarm him under.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Huskers line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Good job running top and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Catch in the middle. It's Terrell. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Zings it complete to the right. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Nebraska.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now 5 here in the 2nd.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. But
he's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Under fire. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Scanning the field, it's Flowers. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the deep. Lets it fly! And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times,
he lets one fly deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Bucks. They take the lead with the 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The connection there might have led him a little too much. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. He might want another play. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Gonna run it. It's Overton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Motion from the wideout. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line is set on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards. Return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump. Thing that's going to be underneath, he does just that. Great job with the speed, nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Flowers. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter, coach? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
It's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it. The sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well stick with it. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out. Everybody being able to run the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another play.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught close to the marker, it's Verrier. Bulldozes his way through. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Stands in and takes the hit. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The Huskers have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Looking for a man. It's Flowers. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. They recovered their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
And those are so frustrating when you're in defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now they regain the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 14 to Pittsburgh.
A quick pass to the left.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He's got his man, makes the grab. Touchdown, Colorado! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Now on first and 10 from the 27.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for...
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB strikes it. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get two-hand with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Flying down the right side. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a scoop and score. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
The give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to pass. It's Flowers. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth.